Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Rizky Gunawan sebagai dosen program studi sastra Inggris Universitas Pamulang sejak tahun 2015. Saya lulusan dari Strata 1, jurusan Sastra Inggris UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta, dan lanjut Strata 2 Universitas Atmajaya Jakarta untuk jurusan Linguistik Terapan Bahasa Inggris. Saya bertugas di Prodi Sastra Inggris Unpam untuk mengajar mata kuliah linguistik, dan saat ini saya sedang fokus untuk mengajar mata kuliah linguistik terapan, terutama untuk mata kuliah English for Digital Media. Tujuan dibuat video ini adalah terkait dengan PDD UKTPT bidang pengajaran, sehubungan dengan background pengalaman kerja saya sebelumnya di bidang digital marketing. Saya pernah menjadi narasumber di sejumlah kampus besar seperti Universitas Negeri Jakarta, kemudian Universitas Yarsi, dan juga pernah mengisi seminar di Universitas Airlangga Surabaya sebagai narasumber untuk bidang sosial media dan juga copywriting. Untuk itu, saya dipercaya program studi Sastra Inggris untuk menyusun mata kuliah English for Digital Media untuk semester 7 dengan bobot 2 SKS. Diharapkan dengan mata kuliah ini, para mahasiswa bisa mendapatkan bekal dan pengetahuan serta skill di bidang sosial media, digital marketing, sehingga ketika sudah lulus, para mahasiswa mempunyai portfolio yang cukup untuk mensupport pekerjaannya di berbagai bidang. Adapun capaian pembelajaran untuk lulusan adalah pertama, menginternalisasi semangat kemandirian, kejuangan, dan kewirausahaan, di mana dengan skill sosial media, digital marketing, para mahasiswa bisa membangun usaha sendiri dengan memanfaatkan teknologi digital. Kedua, memiliki pengetahuan tentang pengembangan kepribadian dan etika berkomunikasi serta berperilaku dalam lingkungan akademis dan sosial kemasyarakatan. Ketiga, mampu menerapkan pemikiran logis, kritis, sistematis, dan inovatif dalam konteks pengembangan atau implementasi ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi. Kemudian keempat, mampu berkomunikasi dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris dalam konteks lintas budaya, karena dua budaya berbeda. Dalam hal ini, memahami bagaimana komunikasi dan percakapan di sosial media dalam berbagai culture. Adapun capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah adalah mahasiswa direkam mampu memahami teori serta mengembangkan kemampuan dan pengetahuan terkait dunia digital yang berkaitan dengan kemampuan bahasa Inggris. Serta mahasiswa juga dapat menerapkan pemahaman serta kemampuan dalam menggunakan media digital dalam kehidupan sehari-hari dan di dunia kerja. Kemudian untuk teknik pembelajarannya adalah dengan metode tatap muka atau luring, dengan pembelajaran berbasis masalah atau studi kasus dan diskusi. Selain itu juga ada praktik untuk membuat karya digital seperti sosial media, konten ya, kemudian artikel blog dan podcast. Kemudian untuk materi atau bahan kajian mata kuliah English for Digital Media ini adalah pertama, dalam sesi pertama akan membahas tentang sejarah dan transformasi digital marketing terkait dengan sudut pandang bahasa dan sastra. Kemudian yang kedua, mempelajari perkembangan media sosial dari masa ke masa. Kemudian ketiga, mempelajari bahasa slang, emoji, akronim, dan meme di media sosial. Kemudian selanjutnya yang keempat, mempelajari language economy, compression, dan pergeseran aturan dalam tata bahasa di media sosial. Kemudian yang kelima, mempelajari model komunikasi interaktif dan transaksional. Kemudian keenam, mempelajari dasar penulisan jurnalisme online. Kemudian yang ketujuh, mempelajari gaya bahasa, narasi, storytelling dari influencer atau dari key opinion leader atau KOL. Kemudian selanjutnya juga mempelajari pengetahuan dasar terkait dengan search engine optimization atau disingkat SEO, dan juga search engine marketing yang disingkat SEM. Kemudian juga mempelajari tentang bagaimana ilmu tentang data science dan pengetahuan tentang bagaimana penggunaan bahasa bisa di summary, bisa di compile dalam sebuah data. Kemudian juga akan juga mempelajari dan mempraktekkan podcast dan juga script writing untuk pembuatan persiapannya sebelum podcast. Kemudian juga mempelajari copywriting dan content writing. Setelah itu juga akan mempelajari tentang bagaimana praktik dari endorsement, review produk, dan juga affiliate marketing yang nanti mahasiswa bisa langsung mempraktekannya. Kemudian juga mempelajari bagaimana pemahaman dasar soal etika dan hak cipta di media sosial. Selanjutnya mempelajari tentang brand dan kampanye digital. Terakhir, mahasiswa akan mempelajari tentang personal branding, bagaimana mahasiswa akan membangun CV dan portofolio mereka di bidang digital sehingga ketika sudah lulus bisa membantu mahasiswa untuk mendapatkan pekerjaan yang lebih mudah dan lebih baik. Untuk sistem pembelajaran dalam mata kuliah ini adalah aktif yang mengutamakan partisipasi mahasiswa dalam pembelajaran seperti diskusi kelompok dan tanya jawab terkait studi kasus konkret atas tema-tema yang dibahas. Adapun penugasan berupa praktik dan proyek pembuatan karya digital. Sementara itu, untuk evaluasi mata kuliah English for Digital Media berupa membuat karya digital media seperti membuat akun sebagai influencer dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris, kemudian menulis artikel blog, search engine marketing atau juga search engine optimization dalam bahasa Inggris, kemudian juga membuat tayangan podcast video dalam bahasa Inggris, dan juga menyusun kurikulum vitae atau CV dan portofolio yang akan memuat pengalaman dalam mata kuliah digital ini sehingga bisa membantu menambah value bagi mahasiswa untuk melamar pekerjaan. Berikut adalah cuplikan dari pembelajaran mata kuliah English for Digital Media di kelas secara tatap muka, di mana saat itu pada sesi pertama saya menjelaskan pengenalan tentang digital media dan cakupan apa yang dipelajari, dan juga memberikan gambaran konkret kira-kira output apa bagi mahasiswa yang nanti bisa dipraktikkan dalam dunia kerja, di mana dengan metode ceramah yang kemudian diikuti sesi tanya jawab dengan mahasiswa. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. I am Rizky Gunawan here. I would like to start our subject of English for Digital Media. So this is the objective is for you to have knowledge and skill regarding the social media, digital media, and so on. So before we discuss regarding the next question, I will just to explain what we would like to learn for digital media subject. So basically, digital media is about the subject to learn about the internet and then our social media, because everyone every day we use social media, use WhatsApp, use Instagram, Facebook. So maybe of course every day we also talk bahasa, talk English, and hopefully we can optimize our skill for maybe after you graduate from this department you can get more knowledge about the digital media, because social media skill, digital skill, Google skill, it's very useful for you to help your job, right? Let's say when you want to write about writing email to your boss, writing email to your supervisor, maybe your manager, you have to write in English, right? And you have to use the proper words and you can send email properly. This is included in our digital media, of course. And also social media, let's say you want to submit your CV, you want to submit the job for the vacancy, let's say, and you have make it your CV looks good, looks better. This is also about the English for digital media, how we want to write and to create your CV. Also, after you submitting the CV or when you submit the CV, of course you will write email. You will say like dear HR, dear maybe the director maybe, and you will write introduction sentence, and also you say this is my attached CV. We hope we pursue the good news from you to the next step, something like that. This is also regarding the digital media. And after you submit CV, you send email, maybe I think you have to touch up your social media first. Let's say, of course, you have Instagram, right? Yes. Instagram, you have TikTok, right?
Yes.
Okay. We have to make it better, maybe the name of account. If your account, maybe the name is not your original name, maybe I suggest you change to your original name, because SR will see your name should be original. It will determine whether you are qualified for the company or not. It's very important. So, but the picture, your profile picture is also very important. You have to pick your picture maybe in the clear background, in the fresh expression, maybe in the better tone, using the combination of the color of your shirt and your background, your lighting looks better. So you have touch up the account name and also the profile picture. Okay, you have to write the message in the email properly, and also you have make it your social media account better. So, any question? Before you write your CV, you have to check the company profile first. Maybe you can go to the website and you can check. Oh, this is the group. Let's say this is the group of about the marketing industry, or maybe the agency industry, or maybe this is the retail industry, or food and beverage industry. Maybe you can adding something in your CV that relate to the industry. Let's say if you want to submit to Starbucks, for example, you can adding something that's would be in line with Starbucks value. Maybe you can say I conducted, or I selling coffee to my friend in the class. I did something like open order the coffee, and I will make the coffee myself in my home, maybe handmade, and I will bring the coffee at the class. This is the experience that relevant to Starbucks. It's very important. For me, when I submit the CV, of course I will check. Oh, this is airline. Let's say airline. Airline will conduct something like maybe travel fair, also maybe like regarding the travel policy. And I realized I have experience regarding the travel, because previously I worked in Antafaya. Do you know Antafaya? Antafaya Tour and Travel. This is travel agent. Currently, we can say Antafaya is offline travel agent, because there is online travel agent like Traveloka, Tiket.com, Agoda. Yeah. This is OTA. We can say OTA, online travel agent. Traveloka, Tiket.com, Agoda, Trip.com, OTA. While Antafaya is offline travel agent, because they didn't use the website for selling the ticket. They just have the physical office, so people can come and visit to the office and talk to the, let's say, customer service and ask something. Let's say I want to go to Paris. Is there any travel package for Paris right now? For people who have spend power, who have much spend power, I think in Indonesia still prefer to buy to offline travel agent, because they just come and just say something and then all done. But if the people like open the Traveloka first, they have to arrange the itinerary first, takes time, right? For businessmen, they don't have much time to do it. That's why offline travel agent is still preferable for the one or for those who have spend power. But for the people who have limited budget, of course we prefer Traveloka, Tiket.com, right? Yeah. So you have to create the CV that is compatible or relevant to the industry of the company. LinkedIn Jobs and I already put my CV in LinkedIn job. So whenever I just browse the job vacancies, when let's say social media or maybe e-commerce and website content management, something like that, and there will be option. The company is we can easy to apply, right? You have tried LinkedIn jobs. There is the feature, the name is easy to apply. When you click easy to apply, you just click and your CV already uploaded because you have set the CV first. It's very easy. But another vacant, there is no easy to apply feature, so we have to open the website and fill the form, right? But I will prefer just submit to easy to apply. So I think decide you prepare your CV, prepare your maybe put the portfolio that is compatible with the new company you want to submit. I think for portfolio, you have to put, of course, your experience in portfolio, but I think you have to put your result from your work. Let's say when I manage Okezone social media, let's say TikTok Okezone, I say I successfully gain 200,000 followers in 2 years. I say this one. This is my achievement, right? You can say your achievement. So you have to something achievement, and you can say this in your portfolio for the next company you want to submit. So it's about the number, right? The gain followers, you sell something. If you just write something, just okay, my experience, maybe you just write the job description. That does not work. You have to write the number in your portfolio, so your company will see, oh, this is the achievement. That will work for your whenever you submit the CV. Any questions so far?
If you want to apply to for the few companies, we should we shall we make one CV only, or we make a different CV for each company?
Yeah, you have to make different CV for each company. Maybe you can just tweak. Maybe the profile would be the same, but your portfolio would be different. If you submit to Starbucks, let's say, you have something more about the experience regarding Starbucks. Related to Starbucks, you have experience, you have the coffee shop, you can say something. Then in another CP, you want to submit to the travel agent, maybe you can write more about travel. So be different. That will work. You can just tweak, edit the CV. Don't use the same CV to various industry company. No, don't do that. So social media, CV to touch up your social media, and then I think currently it is important to learn about SEO, search engine optimization. When you try to find maybe the cheapest hotel in Puncak, let's say, there will be more so many options in Google, right? Maybe Traveloka website, Agoda, Ticket.com, and this is SEO. When Traveloka get the first rank, also at the top and the first page, because there are the SEO team from Traveloka doing something. We can do something like in Traveloka website, we can read more article about the Puncak, Bogor, let's say five hotel in Puncak, and the blogger will write in Traveloka. And this would be works for SEO. And also you can see in the website of Blibli.com, you can check, open Blibli.com, and there will be like banner, right? The discount offer, banner, maybe destination, hotel section, and at the bottom you can see there is so many copywriting from regarding the product. So this is SEO optimization. Maybe just saying like the Borobudur hotel is blah blah blah, the ticket to Japan blah. This is the strategy of SEO. Maybe you can check at the bottom of the website homepage of Blibli. There are so many copywriting about this. This is also SEO. So this is so important. Let's say you want to open your business in your home. Maybe you want to open laundry, and you want your laundry can be found in the Google. Maybe of course you have to register your Google Map at the Google, right? And so everyone can give the review. You can see. So firstly, I think the strategy when you open your laundry, of course you create the ads or you create something banner, so everyone know, oh, you open laundry, and customer will come to your laundry, and you can ask the customer, if you satisfied with my service, you can please write the recommendation. You can collect as many as recommendation in Google, as many as possible, and you will get the first page and the first rank at the Google. This will work. So this is also SEO for your private enterprise. Any question? No. I think that's all for today's questions. I hope we can explore more about the English for digital media. So in this department, you not only learn about the English skill, but also learn about the knowledge of digital media. Thank you very much for today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.